Don't place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Hey traders, I want to have a look at, I'm going to have a bit of a market update here for you and just to see what's really going on right now in the stock market. So right now on the Dow Jones, we're still pulling back right now to the overall target zone where I think the Dow Jones is going to get to. It's still up in the air whether we don't know whether this is going to be a final top or not in the markets, but there is something really interesting I want to share with you. So that's the Dow Jones there. The S&P 500 is having a very, very nice pullback as well too. Once again, I do believe we're going to get down to this 50 to 60% level. That's that gray band area there. So that's where I do see this happening. And also the Nasdaq as well too. Nasdaq's actually pulling back a lot harder. A lot of the tech stocks got hit pretty hard today. Now, the one thing that I do see in the markets, right? The one thing I do see in the markets is obviously that happening. But if we go to the weekly chart, this is where it gets really, really interesting, right? Look at this here. Look at this here. It's really, really, really interesting. Look at that there. Massive 1, 2 top. So this is a massive, massive double top here in place. In the Nasdaq, a massive double top, and that might be that's we're not sure yet, right? But that might be a final top in the markets. But what can easily happen? What can easily happen? We can see this, right? So we can easily see this market hold and then start to do this, can't we? So it is really interesting to see. We have like look at that very massive double top, one top, 2 top. So that may be the top. Now, depending on what happens here, we'll be able to, as we flow with the markets, if we start to flow down a little bit more, or even if we start to do this, let me open up the chart. Even if we start to go through, say here, and we start to flow down a little bit more, but then it picks back up, and then we create some sort of lower high, and then we breaking past level support. If we have that, now we have a top, a low, a lower high breaking down. Now that's the start of an overall downward momentum. Makes sense? So we can't call it a top just yet because it may not be. Maybe just what it is right now, right? And same for the S&P 500 as well too. Same sort of thing, right? It's not a head and shoulder formation. It's more of a double top. We have this. It's had this point through here, and then we have a double top through here, right? So again, watch this market as it unfolds over the next couple of months, and if we start to create some sort of lower high, or we start to see some strong selling or something like that, it's going to be the key of what's going on there. And the same for the Dow Jones as well too. So it'll be really interesting to see what's going to happen here in this here. But again, wait for that clear lower high in the markets, and if we start to get that lower high, then this whole pattern here will be the top in the markets, and then once we start to see that unfold, because remember, it doesn't happen straight away, right? So if that happens, just like if we go back to 2008, look what happened back here in 2008. What do we have here? We had what? We had a higher low, then we came down, made a lower low, lower high, and that was the start of what? Of at least 12 months of downward movement. This is now looking at 7 days, so each candle here is 7 days. I had to do that to go back to this chart here, but as you can see, right, that was the start of the downward movement. So we don't know whether this is going to be the top or not, but as you can see, once we started creating a lower low, lower high, or something like that, or even if we run up high and then a lower high and then break down, lower low, lower high, right? We can start to see that's happening there. So really interesting. Let me know what you think in the chat box below. It's really interesting, right? The inverted yield curve. A lot of things are happening right now. So really interesting times. Hey traders, thanks for watching my YouTube video. You know that there's a lot of areas in the trading arena, right, for you to become a good trader, right? There's the trading systems, there's the chart reading strategies, there's the foundations, the mindset, and there's so many areas, right, you need to really understand in order for you to become a good trader. So that's what I've created, the Master Trader Lab. I put everything in there for you to become a really, really good trader, and I'm giving you a free trial. So if you go to mastertraderlab.com and you can grab a free trial to this and start learning the chart reading strategies, the trading systems, the mindset, so much more in there and start to learn the skills to become what I call a master trader. So go to mastertraderlab.com.